আপনারা দেখছেন তকমা নিউজ, খবরের সাথে সবার হাতে।
I had players from the east, from the west, from the north, from the south. They spoke different languages. Their food habits were different. Their cultures were different, and they were playing for one team, India. And I think that itself was a challenge. I remember we had to transform Javagal Srinath into a non-vegetarian because he was bowling fast. And the first message to him was, you need to eat meat to bowl quick. And he came from southern part of India, having idly and sambar and dosa, and he was bowling quick. So there were different people with different cultures and different mindsets. And I've said this before many a number of times. You know, the best leaders in the world accept how they are, and still try and get the best. You know, we had individuals in the team with contrasting characters, contrasting styles, contrasting way of approaching a game, contrasting ways of approaching a particular situation. And I'm sure, you know, I've said, you know, there was one player in the team, in my team, who was absolutely disciplined, spick and span. And you ask him how he would prepare a test match, he would say that, you know, I'll be in bed by 10 o'clock, I'm up at 6:30 in the morning, I'll be at the breakfast table at 7. Then I'll eat eggs, I'll eat fruits, I'll have a cup of coffee at 7:45. I'll be on the coach ready to go to the ground. And if you followed him, his discipline the day before the game, the morning of the game, he would exactly stick to that. You know, you enter dressing rooms, and you see individual corners of the dressing room. There's one where the pads are in perfect position. And there is another where the pads lying on the ground. The gloves is there. One shoe is this side, one shoe is that side. But the challenge was, you know, to let them perform the way they wanted. And as a leader, it's important to understand that they may have different habits. They may have different way of approaching a game. But at the end of the day, they gave you results. And as I said, there was one who was up and ready, spick and span, up for the game. And there is someone who, when you get past their room, you knock on the door and say, are you up? You have a test match to play. You have a 50-over game to play. But when that same person went onto the park and performed, he was as good as anybody. So it is very important as a leader that you deal with different people differently. As you rightly said, there were senior people. You dealt with egos. Now, I was captain of a team where there were some stalwarts who could have been easily captain before I was, whether it was a Dravid, whether it was a Kumble, whether it was a Lakshman or a Sehwag. Tendulkar was there, probably he was senior to all of us. And they were all good enough to be captain of India. And I was there